As a program, we use a certain SEL tool to kind of frame reference our programming. So this we call our mission assignment sheet, and we would potentially be modifying it for next program year, as we're going to be splitting into two teams of liaisons that support elementary and middle school aged kids, and then liaisons that support high school aged kids. So we will potentially be modifying this to maybe we're finding that our high school students don't as easily engage with this idea around the mission assignment and the goal setting process. So I'm sifting through some ideas about maybe developing kind of their mission statement or something more specific to maybe the high school population. But right now we use this mission assignment sheet across the board for every student that's referred to EPSEA. It's an incentivized program, so it's practicing kind of goal setting, goal directed behavior, some of that personal responsibility skills, as well as responsible decision making. But it's individualized to each student because it's their DESA results, it's their HSA results, it's the ability to communicate with them about what their strengths were, potential areas of challenge or need. And then the students set an academic, a behavior, and attendance goal for the school year. So EPSEA receives referrals on a rolling basis. So that makes it kind of, we've just actually still got referrals in April. So goals for the school year look different in April than they did at the very beginning of the school year. And some kids also rotate out of the program before the school year ends. So we set it with them in the context of what would you like to accomplish during this academic year? And they set these year-long goals with I will statements. So a positive goal, SMART goal for themselves for the year. And then as you can see, and in an ideal world, I will say too, that we're able to, sometimes we don't have DESA results because they are on a quarterly basis, but in an ideal world, we're hoping to get to the point where we're so fluid with the HSA rosters that you would be able to do the HSA and get the results of those within the first month of working with the student, to be able to highlight some of those and play off of those when you're helping them set their goals. This year was obviously very difficult to do that, but so once they set goals, they earn kind of a level. That's our system for incentivizing them. So once they set goals, they earn a level. They choose their reward from like we have a pool of either fidgets or educational items for each level. They kind of increase in terms of their coolness as they go further along in the levels, but they can choose that here after they set their goals. And then each month, this is a drop-down box, and they can choose the month that we're on, the liaison can, and then they set supporting goals to that kind of overarching goal that they're trying to accomplish this year. So the student in the liaison, maybe it's for academics, it's turning in a specific number of assignments, or not having any missing assignments, but something that is a kind of a SMART goal style. So something that's measurable and attainable for the student, but is also pushing them towards their ultimate goal for the school year. And so then they set those 3 goals, and this is just our tracking each time that we see them. Are they working towards that goal still? How are they doing? If they meet all 3 goals, then they bump to the next level and can earn another incentive. So this is kind of the crux of our relationship with Franklin County Children's Services, is monitoring their academics, school behavior, and attendance. So we kind of piggybacked off of that in terms of wanting to see them be successful in school, and what does success look like to each student. That's why they get to help drive what their goals actually are. But then it's a way for us to progress monitor how they're doing in the areas that we also need to report to Children's Services. So there's multi-factors all kind of wrapped into this one sheet, but it is definitely SEL driven in terms of those areas that I talked about, with goal directed behavior and personal responsibility, responsible decision making.